Going to Nigeria specifically, some might say my efforts are folly and rife with fatal error. And though I may have white skin, and though I may not know these people, they are still humans who suffer. And I cannot let my own, either my own privileges or faults, or rather situational faults, such as having white skin, being young. I can't let these things get in the way of loving, giving love, and truly caring for my fellow human and animal. But the amount of sadness that they endure just by being alive in such a poor climate is crushing. But the happiness that they can conjure is absolutely inspiring. And much like racism enslaving people in the past, I wish the racism towards perhaps the capturing of me or other white people does not further dilute how human the humans are, both the victims and the victimizers in Nigeria. I wish that my efforts, even if they are in vain or in sacrifice, go towards at least inspiring others and showing that a life doesn't have to be lived out to the absolute pleasure that we may want it to be a fully fulfilling and successful life. For me, going there is fulfilling and successful. Just being able to directly try with my absolute effort and my life on the line in service for the humanity within us all is by far the singular most profound desire I have. Profound in how it impacts my life. And I know that is one of the most challenged areas I can imagine at the moment, besides perhaps Saudi Arabia, which I have a desperate desire to go to as well. But I fear that even my attempts at understanding and being around the people who need help will not yield a positive change. in a world so torn with fear and panic, or an atmosphere rather. So I would say that I should go to Nigeria, a place almost just as challenged, but a place that I can actually give my services to, something I can give to without the services diminishing in front of me. I think being able to give educational help and give help to the educational systems is something which is greatly needed there, something which is easily implemented, and something which I have every opportunity and resource to be able to do. The challenges that Saudi Arabia faces are far closer to the first world challenges we face, challenges which require a far greater deal of power and influence. And I wish this to be Nigeria, a small but important stepping stone towards Saudi Arabia and other places, even just first world countries which have challenges which can only be solved with great resources, either in numbers, voices, or action and persuasion. These are very hard things to accumulate, but entertainers accumulate them. Thus why I am trying to write. But if I really wanted to be very influential, I should get into music. Sadly, I've tried and tried, and I'm sure by now you know that I just don't quite have the knack for it yet. But I do hope this sees to bring light to what I otherwise am doing in Nigeria and why Nigeria specifically, and that perhaps it inspires someone to take that leap into doing what they want to do for the betterment of others, because it does, it means a lot. It means a lot for me to imagine that someone actually gets something out of this. Faceless people who are just as inspired and inspiring as me and others, and the people we all look up to. I think, or just the aspects of people we all look up to. I think I don't see myself quite there yet, but I do hope to be an inspiring force, because I do hope to show that you can be a genuine person, show yourself fully, and be both a profound and positive person, as well as being liked in your community. Many people who inspire people are not genuinely always presenting themselves for who they are, and it creates this strange complex in people that they think they too should mask who they are, and it becomes this wave of masks people wearing. And speaking of masks, the faceless people I walk with, it's a metaphor for walking through your journey, going through your journey, and not walking it alone, but shoulder to shoulder with the people that have impacted your life, with the attributes of those people guiding your steps. And I have some people I could name off the top of my head, but the people I truly walk with are the people who may never have been heard, but who gave so much. The people who tried, even when there was no chance of success, but still tried for the betterment of others. The people who aren't getting recognized or recognition at the moment. And the people who in the future will also either succeed or fail in absolute silence in the social world. These people are the most profound, because these people do it sometimes knowing that they will have no legacy to uphold beyond them or their genetics perhaps. And that means so much. It is the very definition to me of philanthropy. And I strived in their steps, and I walk with those faceless people.